today's Living Word with Pastor Arlene.
Today, let's look at 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 2. We found out last week that it's supposed to be all about Jesus. Our focus is to be on Him. And it's the gospel of grace, which is the gospel of good news. The gospel is the power of God unto salvation, and it all comes back to grace. So grace is something that God has already done for us. And we respond to that grace by faith. But now we come to 2 Peter chapter 1. 2 Peter chapter 1, in verse 2, it says, "Grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord." Well, if it's grace is God's favor towards us, and it's what He's done, how can we have grace multiplied? Does that mean God holds grace to a certain point? But it says here, grace and peace, and people are wanting peace. Now, how do we get these multiplied? Now, grace is God's unmerited favor. It's what He's done for us through Jesus Christ. Grace and peace came by Jesus, John chapter 1, verse 14. So grace and Jesus are synonymous. And grace is God's completed work, what He did for Jesus. But grace comes before peace. So what God's already done for us through Jesus comes before peace, because Jesus said, "My peace I give you." So unless we've accepted the gospel, unless we've accepted Jesus, when we walk in God's grace, we won't have the peace. So grace can be multiplied, peace can be multiplied, but it's according to, we have that already, God's fullness of His grace. But to have it operating in our life, it says through the knowledge of God and of Jesus. We need revelation knowledge of Jesus. Remember last week I said it's got to be all about Jesus? So the grace that God's given us will be multiplied, and the finished works of Jesus will be multiplied, more active, more evident in our life as we have more revelation knowledge of what Jesus has done for us. Thank you for joining us today.